brings you the best highlights, scores, and matchups from all your favorite schools, Lawndale, Lusinger, and Hawthorne. We are back with another exciting show for you. I'm Miguel DeLeo.
And I'm Karen Bright. League play kicked off this week with one Ocean League contender destroying the competition and our other two CVA teams taking it down to the wire.
First up, Hawthorne took on Santa Monica on the road looking for their 5th win of the year in a tale of two rebuilding programs. The Cougars put up a fight as Michael Blackwell led the team with 11 points, but in a losing effort as Santa Monica wins 63-46 and Hawthorne drops to 4-13 on the season.
Now to Lou House. The Olympians hosted West Torrance in their first conference home game. Led by senior Devontae Mookie Carr, the Olympians started slow, down by 2 at the half, but the second half was a totally different story. Scrappy junior forward Christian Odionu orchestrated a 17-6 run in the third. Lusinger wrapped this one up, winning 52-40. We go across town now for our game of the week and Ocean League first. Lawndale hosting Culver City Centaurs in the Cards Nest for the first time. Cardinals looking to make it 3 wins in a row after what they call their best team effort so far this season in their 76-71 win over Gar last Saturday in the Cavalier Classic. Let's check out the highlights.
Lawndale looking for their 10th overall win and a lot of expectations on this season. Lawndale starting off hot, number 24, Delane Beckles with the assist, number 1. Broderick Jones with a finish. Lawndale strikes first, 2-0. Near the end of the first, number 2, Quincy Pinkard with a nice pass to new USC commit, number 4, Chimezi Matu. Cardinals up 14-10, a close one after 1 quarter of basketball. Lawndale up big in the third. Number 10, Brandon Newman throws it up to Chimezi Matu, who throws it down. Lawndale running away with this one, 42-21. We pick it up in the fourth, 64-25. Lawndale off a missed free throw. Number 5, David Broster grabs the rebound, takes it himself, stops, and shoots from the arc. Nothing but net. He was as cool as the other side of the pillow. Lawndale takes this one big, dominating Culver City 70-27 and capturing their 3rd win in a row.
A big win for the Cardinals, led by Twin Towers, Broderick Jones, and Chimezi Metu. This team is really coming together. Here's what Coach Brownlee had to say after the game.
We're not doing a lot of things that are really behind the scenes. So we just got to work on us and go from there. But like I was saying, this effort is not going to be good enough for Friday night. We got to do much better to beat a good Santa Monica team that's going to be much bigger than when we first saw them.
We have a whole lot more Ocean League action coming our way tonight. Egidio, what's on the rundown?
Well, first up, the hungry Hawthorne Cougars are on the road once again tonight as they take on the very tough 10-5 Beverly Hills Normans. Hawthorne's on a 4-game losing streak and will look for guys like Michael Blackwell to snap the streak and take down the Normans. The Cougars have had a lot of success over the last 2 years in football over Beverly Hills, and they will try to do the same thing on the court tonight.
Next up, it's a Pioneer League showdown as the 8-9 Lusinger Olympians head to Tartar territory to take on the 7-10 Torrance Tartars. Unbeaten on the road so far this season, head coach Ali Parvaz and his squad will try to keep the streak alive.
Now for tonight's game of the week, back in the Ocean League and back inside the Cardinals' nest, the 10-6 Lawndale Cardinals will host the 5-10 Santa Monica Vikings. The Vikings have not won on the road yet this year, and it won't be easy tonight. A hostile environment will welcome Santa Monica, and they will definitely be turned up.
With 3 straight wins under their belt, tonight's the first big league test for Lawndale as they look to push it to 4. Chimezi and Broderick say their team is really starting to hit their stride working together, so we should be in for a good show.
Definitely tonight's matchup looks to be very intriguing. I can't wait to see the big guys throw down some big dunks, but most importantly, get the win number 11 and fight for the top spot in the Ocean League.
All right, Egidio, you need to get down to the court. So for the sports playback crew, I'm Karen Bright.
And I'm Miguel DeLeo. Let's throw it down the court. Lou, take it away.
All right, thank you very much, Egidio and Karen, and welcome to Lawndale High School. We're in the Cardinals' nest here at Lawndale High School. The Lawndale Cardinals are going to take on the Santa Monica High Vikings, and even though the Vikings are 5-10, they are tough.
They are tough, and first of all, they're headed by James Heck, 21-year head coach who's been around this area and around these gyms a long time. He knows what he's up against, but he's got some players of his own. They played a very aggressive preseason schedule. They took their lumps, they expected it, but they're starting to round in the form. They're right now riding a 2-game winning streak coming into this Ocean League matchup.
And the Cardinals on a 3-game winning streak as the Vikings come to town, and their strength of schedule, well, that might have put them under 500.
Yeah, be not deceived by that record of them being under 500. They played maybe one of the toughest schedules in Southern California. Talking to Coach Heck before the game, he said, we played an open division schedule, and they certainly have. They played this Lawndale team earlier this season. They played some of the best that Southern California and the Southern section has to offer. And this is a team that has a lot of talent. Jace Johnson, the big 7-footer, going to be interested to see him go up against those big trees of Lawndale tonight, and also New Williams, Auburn commit. He's a guard. He's coming off of ACL surgery from a season ago, but you know the game at this level, as much as many trees as it is out here, the game at this level is a guard game. And if New Williams can get hot tonight, it could be big things for Santa Monica.
And the matchup for him is going to be TJ Johnson and also Chris White.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is a huge game and a pivotal game for both of these teams. And you're talking about league play and league positioning, but be not deceived by the record. And having faced this team before, having already lost to Lawndale earlier this season, Santa Monica pretty much already knows to expect it. When I was coaching, I liked facing the team a second time after losing to them the first time, because I already knew what adjustments had to be made, and you knew you were maybe going to get that team that beat you, perhaps a little overconfident.
All right, Coach Rashawn Haylock joining us, covering the Vikings tonight. And Rufus Washington, the Santa Monica Vikings played the Lawndale Cardinals. The Cardinals did beat them up pretty good, 73-65, when they finally woke up in the fourth quarter. So what does that give the Vikings?
Well, it gives the Vikings a bit of a hand up because they know what they're going up against. A lot of times you walk into the gym, you've only seen film if you're lucky, but you've never actually played them. So they know who they're playing, all right, and they know them well, and that gives them a bit of an edge. Having said that, though, they're here in the Cardinals' nest. Coach Brownlee has his guys ready. He's got a couple of big guys. I heard Rashawn talking about the guards. Well, remember, he's got 3 pretty good guards of his own in terms of TJ, Beckles, as well as Brandon Newman. So they'll be tough for Santa Monica to contend with tonight.
And DeAndre Snedeker coming off the bench, that ain't bad. But then the 2 big kids, Buda and Shemezi, actually have somebody to look up to.
They have somebody to look up to, but they love a challenge like this, and I think they're playing for it. The thing that they got to do, and we talked about this the other night, is that they've got to resist the temptation to want to make it a dunk fest and instead make it a basketball game, go back to the fundamentals.
All right, Sebastian Spencer's covering the Cardinals, and how do the Cardinals not look at that 5-10 record of Sam Ojai?
Yeah, definitely. Just like Rashawn said, do not let the record fool you about these guys either. They've been playing some really good basketball, definitely moving in the right direction with an impressive 70-27 win over Culver City. Now, one of the things Coach Parker talked about, assistant Coach Parker, is talked about this team is still starting to gel and starting to get to know each other on the basketball court. And like I said, they're starting to do that better. And Rashawn talked about the Auburn commit on Santa Monica. You also got 3 Division I players on this Lawndale team. So it's going to be a very, very good matchup between these guys. And you got a lot of college basketball players out there.
I'm excited for this game. Thank you very much, Sebastian. I'm excited about this game, Rufus, because this should keep the attention span of all 3 of those guys going D1 next year.
Absolutely. I mean, there's a lot of talent in this gym tonight. A lot of people here to watch it. It's going to be a great game. And this, of course, for Lawndale, only their 2nd game in Ocean League action, and they get to go up against a championship-type club like Santa Monica. And then after that, somewhere down the road, they got Beverly Hills coming. So we're going to see a lot of great basketball, but it starts tonight with what's guaranteed to be a very good game.
I tell you what, the hair's already up on the back of my neck, and we haven't even done the national anthem. That's coming up next.
Hi, I'm Donnell Beverly from the University of Connecticut, home of the 2011 National Championship UConn Huskies basketball team, and you're losing your Olympians.
Beverly around the back, follow-away jumper, good, beautiful shot.
It wasn't too long ago that I was playing basketball right here.
I just want to thank him for having me here. I'm honored to play here.
And the Huskies are the top dog in 2011.
Winning the NCAA championship has always been a goal of mine, but so is getting a great education that will last me a lifetime. You can achieve your goals too. All you have to do is work hard and dream hard, and you can do anything you put your mind to.
Just about ready to introduce the Samo High Vikings, and number 3, Mikhail Brown, a 6'4", 230-pound junior, and Jonah Matthews, number 4, one of the point guards on this team, is just a junior, and number 12, Spencer Friedman, another point guard. He's just a freshman starting, and there's the 7-footer, Jace Johnson, and he just had his first game with the Vikings on Wednesday. And here's the man, number 44, New Williams, going to Auburn, coming off of an ACL surgery. And he played for, about 2 months on that torn ACL. So just something to watch there. There's James Hecht in his 21st year at Santa Monica High School. And I want to thank him for being so gracious with his time with us today. The Vikings are 5-10, 1-0 in Ocean League play, and they defeated Hawthorne 63-46. Now let's introduce you to the hometown Lawndale Cardinals, 10-6, 1-0 in Ocean League, winners of 3 in a row. 0, TJ Tedrick Johnson, a 6-foot senior. Number 1, actually number 24, the other guard, Delano Beckles, a 6'2", 160-pound senior. At wing, number 25, Chris White, a 6'3" senior, going to go to UTEP next year. And at 1 forward, Shemezi Matu, number 4, 6'10", 195-pound junior, headed to USC. And in the middle is number 1, Broderick Buda Jones, 6'10", 210-pound senior. He's going to go to San Diego State. And they're coached by Chris Brownlee. In his 3rd year, 52-19. His head assistant coach is Johnny Parker. And a big win here on Wednesday night, Rufus, 70-27 over an undermanned but very game Culver City Centaur team.
A very game Culver City team for a quarter. This one's going to be a little more competitive, I think.
Now Karina Estrada, a senior here at Lawndale High School, is going to sing our national anthem a cappella.
Let's begin. Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming? Gold's broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous night. O'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in, gave proof through the night that our flag was still lit. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the
Miss Karina Estrada, a senior here at Lawndale High School, with a little bit of help on the last phrase from the student body.
But I think that was planned. I think they wanted to be a part of the show on
on City TV, you know. They know you're in the house, so it's a special time when Rufus Washington's here. Speaking of that, Mr. Washington, who are our officials tonight?
Our officials tonight are the veteran, Mike Estes is the ref. You're working a three-man crew, and the youth. One U is William Lucas, and the other is Troy Ante, and that's Mike Estes. Talked to Mike right before the game, and they're excited to be doing three-man work.
It's going to be Jace Johnson against Broderick Jones in the tip-off. And it is taken by Beckles, and he lays it in. And right away, before 3 seconds are ticked off the clock, it's 2-0, and a good start for the Cardinals.
And that changes Coach Heck's strategy right off the bat. He wanted that 2-0 lead and the lights to go out and them to get out of town.
Yeah, the bus is already warmed up out there as the ball is now over in the corner. Shot is put up, and a nice little teardrop by Jonah Matthews, last year's league MVP.
As well as an all-CIF star. He'll be the guy to key on. Obviously, he and Jace Johnson, number 34, are the players that we'll be looking at for Santa Monica.
A true 7-footer. Well, we'll see how they match up, Shemezi and Jace now, as Broderick gets it out to Shemezi, who wants to set up a screen against Johnson. Johnson won't have anything to do with it, but down low to Beckles, brings it back out.
And the matchup I'm looking at, Lou, is the other matchup down low where you got Broderick Jones being challenged. Wow.
Oh!
Jace Johnson with the block on Broderick.
You don't see that too often. Johnson picks up the garbage, puts it up with the left hand, and gets his own rebound. Misses 2 shots. Shemezi has it. Back he comes himself. Turns on the Jets. Trying to get around Friedman. Edward!
Shemezi Me-Too dribbles the length of the floor, lays it in.
Oh my, this is just the first quarter?
This is just the first 40 seconds. No, not 31 seconds. And that one's going to go against Jace Johnson, it looks like.
Yep, you're right, Rufus. I was going to give that to Spencer Friedman, but Johnson came up out of nowhere to try to block that, but committed the foul. First team foul as well on the Vikings, and streaking in underneath is Friedman. Now the three-point shot won't go down. Rebound is off to Shemezi. Gets it out to Beckles. Too far, but he's going to try to lay it in, and he'll get the line. Go to line as New Williams commits his first foul. Second team foul, but what an outlet pass by Shemezi.
An absolute excellent one.
Just a little too far for Delano. Couldn't catch up with it, but still gets a shot at 2. Delano already with a couple of points, a bucket. Now you just saw a shot there of James Heck talking to his freshman, Spencer Friedman, and just trying to keep it light out there. So they're both laughing. So you gotta, every time I see James Heck, it's like seeing an old buddy, you know?
Yep.
Friedman gets it over to New Williams. Williams stops. Doesn't look like he's just had surgery 7 months ago.
Especially not ACL surgery.
I think Johnson's really jacked up to play this game.
I think Johnson is a very good basketball player, and I've only seen him play for 58 seconds.
Wait till he gets good.
Right. Oh my God.
This is going to be this is just like ice cream and with fudge topping for your entree. For 3. Didn't miss by much. Jones gets the rebound. TJ with it. Now trying to get it to Jones. Does. And 2 shots for Broderick. Let's hope this knot's on Jace.
It won't be on Jace.
It's on number 3, Mikhail Brown. His first personal, but that's the 3rd team foul as Buddha goes to the line to shoot 2. Right down the middle. So there's Chris Brownlee. And is that Jim Hill behind him? Oh no, that's Rashawn Haylock. Johnson with the rebound. And at 7 feet, Jace Johnson is just a junior. Friedman gets it back out to New. Williams for three. Wow. And he buries it. Makes it a 1-point game with that three. Shemezi dumps it down to Jones. Should have been an easy bunny, but it wouldn't go down. Johnson with the rebound, and back comes Friedman. He's running the show, just a freshman, and give an assist to this four on that turnover.
May have had, and Jones may have had Jace Johnson on his mind, and he went down with the ball in his possession. If he had released it before he hit the floor, it would have been a play-on situation.
Wow, I sure hope that the floor gets fixed here, like Coach Brownlee wants. TJ with it. 5 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Brown and Johnson with it. And looks like New Williams is going to get the foul, and TJ is going to get 2 shots. So there you see the foul. That's Williams' second. So we'll see how long he is going to stay in. Looks like he's going to come out right now, or after the first free throw by TJ. So out of the ball game goes Williams with 2 fouls, and in the ball game comes Joshua Modabber. Second one, that rolls in for TJ with 2 points.
And now pressure defense being applied, and we're going to have a foul against the Cardinals. Look like that may go against Delano Beckles. An official hit in the face with the ball. That's Troy Ante, who's trying to gather himself.
So we'll give that one to Delano. First personal and team foul. Ball is inbounded to Modabber.
Full-court pressure being applied. DeAndre Snedeker on the floor now for a little more defensive pressure.
Brown trying to get it, and does get it past. Gets it back from the elbow. Won't go down, but the rebound is taken by Modabber.
The smallest man on the floor.
Yeah. He goes baseline and stepped on the line.
Ball handling turnover.
Joshua Modabber, a 6-foot senior, and timeout on the floor. It's a 30-second timeout to Samo High with 4:32 left to go. First quarter, glad you joined us. And look at it, Coach Hecht in there, just keeping it light.
Keeping it light, keeping his players pumped. Coach Brownlee, of course, again, this being home court, they want to hold serve here. So they're coming in with a little more intensity, but they can't get over intense, if you will. And right now, I like how they're playing. We haven't seen yet not one slam dunk attempt.
That's good. Lawndale, Beverly Hills, and Samo High, all at the top of the early Ocean League standings at 1-0. So if you're James Hecht, what do you tell the Vikings?
Well, you tell them to keep doing what you're doing. The problem they're going to encounter, although the matchup I want you to watch, Lou, is number 3, Mikael Brown, who's built like a football player. And I saw him a couple of trips. I mean, he kind of was taking the physical measure of Buddha.
All right, we'll keep an eye on that. Baseline drive and back out. Nope, it's stolen away. Bad pass trying to get Shemezi. Now a 3-point shot is an air ball by Friedman. And back come the Cardinals. Give and go.
Okay. With the slam dunk over Jace Johnson. That'll do a lot for his confidence against his counterpart.
It's still the first quarter. Let's hope that, oh, Friedman lost the ball again. Poor kid. First he slips on the floor, and now the ball just slipped out of his hand.
Well, let's face it, Friedman is a freshman. This is a huge game. Forget the records for a freshman to be in where you've got 2 big men, 2 of the best big men in Southern California. Going at it. 3-pointer put up and in by DeAndre Snedeker.
His first bucket of the game, and here go the Cardinals taking off, but Now the ball is taken by underneath. Johnson has it with a hook shot. Won't go in. That thing went way down, Rufus.
It sure did. 13-5 lead for the Cardinals here with 3 minutes left.
Oh, put back by
You got to
Matu.
get back. You can't celebrate though.
Matu is all over the place right now as the ball is blocked by Matu on the shot by Brown and a foul.
And that's going to be the second foul on Chase Johnson with 2:51 left. Make a note of that because obviously he's going to have to come out the game and sit for a long time, Lou. And now that changes the equation completely for Santa Monica.
And we're in the first quarter, and that is the 5th team foul on Santa Monica. So Johnson comes out. Coming in is number 41, Cleon Gallion.
They would take 5-team fouls. They would trade 5-team fouls for none against Jace Johnson in a heartbeat.
Brandon Newman in the ball game now. He slashes in the right wing, and Matu trying to get it up again, at least for the layup, but he's fouled by Eric Webb in the ball game.
Late whistle, but the foul's going to go against, as you said, number 42, Eric Webb.
So that's their 6th team foul, and Matu rolls that one in. Boy, if Shemezi could find his foul shot stroke, he would just be the complete player. Well, he did there. 2 out of 2 that time, so he's 2 out of 3 for the game. So a 12-point lead underneath and blocked. Cleon Gallion's shot was blocked by Matu, and back come the Cardinals. Brandon Newman with it.
And the rebound taken by Matu. That shot put up an air ball by Delano Beckles.
That's the 2nd turnover for the Cardinals, and a full court pressure by Beckles and T.J. Johnson. And now they relinquish that pressure. Coming up is Jonas Matthews. And the ball comes right underneath the table and turned over for number 4. Jalen August in the ball game now, Rufus.
And now Coach Brownlee has the opportunity to give a rest to Chamiza Mitu.
And now he switches off.
Well, he wanted to make a substitution. Okay, you're gonna see what it is. There's something about the uniform of Broderick Jones that he couldn't come into the contest.
Some with his t-shirt. Here comes TJ, and now Newman with it, rolls it around to Quincy Pinkert in the ball game. And wow. 2 and 1. Just a show of strength right there, Rufus. 10 points for Matu already.
And again, we'll need to see a replay to see who this foul is going to be given to. Boy, okay,
take your
right
pick.
there. Looks like that's number 4, Jonah Matthews, that would go on. He came across the body.
All right, so that's the 7th team foul. So Jonah Matthews will give that to him. And the and 1, so the old-fashioned 3.
And so now we've got a 20-5 ball game, and the question is, well, Coach Heck obviously has to ride out the rest of this quarter and hope that his big man is able to play with 2 fouls.
Dump down low to Matu. Turnaround jump shot. A little short. Oh, Snedeker almost with the putback there. Brought down by Brown. Now the shot taken by Matthews. That won't go down. Rebound is off. Pinkard with it. Here comes Brandon Newman.
And the action is so fast, we barely have time to reset the lineup.
Look out. Buda Jones jousting underneath. He's going to get nailed for that foul as he was jousting with Joshua Modaber.
And that'll be his first foul, and Coach Brownlee telling his guys to settle down. We're going to set the Lawndale lineup for you. You got Quincy Peekert, Brandon Newman at the guards, along with Snedeker at a small forward, and the two big guys, Broderick Jones and Chamizi Mitu.
Mo Dabber with it, going against Snedeker. Now look out. Over to Matu. He gets the block, or gets the rebound of the tip. Anyway, he's got the ball. Or he had the ball and gave it off to Newman.
Not much chance on the boards for Santa Monica if they don't convert.
And Semezi trying to lay it in with under a minute left to go in the first quarter. It didn't go down. And the ball is tipped away. Great defensive play by Quincy Pinkard on Spencer Friedman back in the ball game.
And Chemezi left it short on that play, which is why it didn't go. And now Chris Murray. This is the earliest we've seen Chris Murray come in. Chris Murray coming in here with 54 seconds left in the first quarter, and now Coach Brownlee decides to take a timeout.
With 54.8 seconds left and a 15-point lead.
So a quarter in which they have completely dominated, and were, but for a couple of missed shots, it could be worse than this. But by the same token, and this is what you hate to see as a fan, Luke, you really wish Jace Johnson was out on the floor.
Right.
The fouls is a part of the game. The big man got 2 on him, and that just changed the whole equation for Santa Monica. I mean, it took a Santa Monica team that was competitive and will be competitive in this game and made them the equivalent of Culver City that we saw the other night.
Just blitzed them. And that came in the form, well, now it's been an 18-0 run, Rufus. Actually, a 12-0 run, excuse me.
That's not a backcourt call. That's why officials get paid what they do, because fans know nothing about officiating a basketball game. I can tell you that.
Friedman with it, gets double teamed. What an active team on this zone defense for the Cardinals. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. And a foul. Going the other way. Foul is on Mikhail Brown. That's his second. They see trying to get Buda Jones out of the way. And that's the 8th team foul.
And now Jace Johnson comes back. Now this is a riverboat gamble move right here.
Yeah.
To bring him back with 32 seconds left in the quarter. Coach Heck knows his team better than I do, but I'm sure he's telling the young man, you've got to resist your instincts. You know, we see coaches make a lot of strategic moves. This one, I cannot tell you I fully understand or necessarily agree with.
He doesn't have a choice, really. He has to kind of get, I mean, there's anarchy on the court right now. With Lawndale out there running things. 20 seconds left.
This is
Jones with it. And gets it back to Matthews.
And if the Cardinals are smart, they go right at him. They aren't even looking at him right now.
You like that? Jones misses, gets his own rebound, and Johnson is just flat-footed, so Broderick is there to put up the rebound and in.
Wow! And that will go.
Whoa, my!
I don't know if we've even got a replay.
I
My
hope
head
so.
was down.
I hope so. Mine was too.
Let's see who scored
There it is.
that.
That was
That's Lou
Matthews.
Williams.
That's Matthews.
Wow! Look at the camera work
Boom.
by CityTV.
Lulu. Take it away, Sebastian.
With a 14-point lead and 3 dunks by Chemezi so far, I would say he may be showing out for a special someone in the crowd, but that someone just happens to be USC assistant coach Jason Hart. He's actually in the building here to come and check out Chemezi tonight. So if he has a little influence for this game tonight, that's probably what it is. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you very much. And boy, Tom, can we see that replay one more time? Here it comes. Yeah, that's Matthews.
And that shot's put up with less than a second left on the clock. The horn goes off.
Boom.
It goes up and in, and that's from about 60 feet away. That shot goes up. And that's the kind of shot, Lou, that'll give you a nice, I mean, you can't buy a momentum boost like that.
Well, that gave the Samoa High fans, the Vikings coming across the hostile waters of the 405, gave them something to cheer about. So coming to Eric Webb's going to come and say hello to Rufus Washington and inbound the ball. Gets it to Spencer Friedman. Friedman against Newman. So let's see if that puts some wind back in the Viking sail. Williams can't get the shot to go down, a little short. Matu with the rebound.
To make one from 60 feet, but struggle from 6 inches.
Jones off the side of the backboard, and wow, Johnson just took it right out of his hands.
Good no call by the official.
Williams is fouled by Pinkard. His first, third team foul. There's Quincy. You see Williams and Quincy just trying to reach in. Webb gets it to Friedman, guarded by Newman on the press. Now, so far, I'm very impressed with these Cardinals. I didn't think that, well, I was anxious to see this game.
Right.
And it has been everything but advertised. Pass back out to Williams for 3, and he buries it.
Wow, Williams puts the 3 up in the face of the excellent defense by Quincy Pinkard.
That's his second three for 6 points. And Matu almost answered. Pinkard with it, puts it up and was fouled.
Wow.
The late whistle there as well, Rufus.
And let's see who this foul's going to go against. 42, they called it on Eric Webb. That'll be Eric's second of the game.
And the 9th team foul. So going to the line to shoot 2 anyway is Quincy Pinkard. Makes the first one. Mo Dabber comes in for Webb for Santa Monica High School. We had a Rashawn Haylock sighting tonight, didn't we?
Right, we did, which is rare in these parts anymore.
I know. See, that's how big of a game it is there. And we have a foul that's going to go the other way. Or the ball just went out of bounds. Not a foul. Ball went on the end line. So back comes Samo High. Underneath, Williams to Johnson. Nice pass and a better
nice
finish.
Jump hook by Chase Johnson. His first basket of the game.
Well, that's got to help.
And that was a nice looking jump hook. That's what I talked about earlier. You heard me mention fundamentals. You got to master the fundamentals first before you do the ice cream stuff.
Here comes Matu on the drive. He lays it up and in. And I'll tell you what, Rufus, Chemezi knows that Johnson's in trouble.
Well, I think Chemezi been listening to my broadcast, and that's what he did. He went down. He said, you want to see fundamentals, Rufus? I'll show you fundamentals.
Brandon Newman with the rebound off of the Matthews miss. No look to, Beckles shot blocked by
don't bring that stuff
Johnson.
in here.
That's it.
Right.
And now we got a foul. I believe that's going to be on Delano. And Snedeker can't come in yet, says Mike Estes. So Delano committing his second personal, 4th team foul. And it'll be out of bounds. And now DeAndre coming in for Buda Jones.
For as good as Jace Johnson is, the problem, and I'll finish that in a moment, they're on offense right now. Nice no-look pass by Johnson. There's a push-off right in front of Estes. The referee, Mike Estes, saw Jonah Matthews, the MVP All-CIF player, give a little forearm shiv. That one was easy to call.
And Matthews tried to give the old Magic Johnson. He fell down. I didn't touch him. Chemezi for 3, won't go down. Snedeker, where did he come from? Puts it up and in. Man, can he fly. I want to see what kind of shoes he's got. Long shot by Spencer Friedman, didn't go down, and Delano and Matthews again.
Right.
battling underneath. I think that one's going to go on Delano.
Well, he's going to say it was a kick ball.
Okay.
And that's good both ways. No foul on either player.
So Beckles will take a seat, gets a low 5 from Coach Brownlee. And always good to see Coach Brownlee Sr. in the foyer selling hot dogs.
Certainly is.
God bless him in his battle. Quincy Pinkert with it in a battle of his own. Nice pass underneath to Semesi. No look layup on the reverse side. .450 left to go in the game as Mo Dabber has it over to Matthews. He's double teamed and a foul, a tough foul.
Yeah. And the official going to jump in.
Wow, look who's being peacemaker. Semesi.
Right.
Saying Quincy.
Right. And this is what you expect. Now that was a good defensive play, and quite frankly, it was, even though the foul's going to go on Quincy, his second, but they very easily could have called Jonah Matthews for taunting because he definitely started to verbalize and get into a verbal confrontation that he initiated.
Williams makes the first one. That snaps a 6-0 run by the Cardinals here.
Now we got a technical foul that's been called. A technical foul, it looks like, has been called on Chimizi Mitu. Wow.
We'll have to
And we're
find
gonna
out
ask
what that's all
somebody,
about.
Sebastian or somebody has to go find out what that was about.
So now Brownlee gets the explanation.
And a technical counts as a personal.
So here's the technical, and that goes in. Or was that the second?
That was the second free throw.
Free throw on the personal
Right.
foul.
Now
here comes the 2 T's.
And did he make the first?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you got your best foul shooter out there, obviously. Well, Stowers jinx, and the Cardinal Spirit Squad let him know about it. There's Semesi, and the next one by Matthews. So Matthews is 3 out of 4 on that, Rufus, with 8 points, and is the leading scorer for this Viking team, has half of the 16. Williams trying to find somebody open, gets Matthews, now down low to Johnson, going against Semesi with the left-handed hook and rolls it in. Yep, it looks like Jace has calmed down and learned to live with his, well, it's 19, I believe. No, that's right, 18. Johnson is living with his 2 fouls. And nice touch by Semesi with 16 points. Now Friedman with it, bounces nicely, and a good shot by Matthews.
And Friedman, the freshman, Lou, looks like he's settled down in this contest. He was a bit shaky at first, but here in the second quarter, he's been very solid.
Look out, alley-oop, and Johnson put his hand up and blocked it away. So the turnover on the Cardinals, look out, a block.
Score the basket, and they're going to call a block on Brandon Newman. And here's what fans don't know. They could have called a block or they could have called a technical.
So Snedeker, Mo Dabber makes the bucket. That's his first of the night, and he'll have 1 foul shot to get the old-fashioned 3 after this timeout. Let's go to Egidio.
The Vikings coming back, guys, and Coach Heck said the reason is this team is a fighter. He built this schedule before the season, the league started. A very tough schedule. One of the reasons why he wanted to toughen up his team for games like this against Lawndale and much tougher teams as the season progresses. When he made this tough schedule, he went to his team and said, listen, we're putting this together because I believe in you guys. We're going to take some shots to the chin, but we're going to come back, and they're doing just that. Lou, you said you were excited about this game in pregame, and it hasn't let down so far. Guys, back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Egidio. And here comes the replay. Mo Dabber coming in. And even though Brandon was set, or was he set?
Well, first of all, he flopped. Here's what I want to explain to you fans. The official has the option on that play to call a technical foul on the flop. All right, and that's all that was, plain and simple. Now, everybody's doing it. I'm not criticizing them. So the official gave him the lesser two evils and simply gave him a personal foul. The net effect, actually the net effect is they're only shooting one free throw as opposed to 2 free throws plus the ball.
Well, he's also got the bucket as well. So it's a 3-point play for Mo Dabber. And 3 points for Joshua, the senior. Is TJ Johnson back in the game. Wanted to split the seam, couldn't do it. So he gets it out to Chris White, and Mo Dabber knocks it out of bounds. And these Vikings are starting to grow their hair back.
They certainly are. And hey, guess when it happened? When Chase Johnson came back on the floor.
Yep. So the gamble paid off for now. And Newman needs to get rid of the ball, and does to TJ. With 5 seconds on the clock, TJ fall back, won't go, and the rebound is taken by Williams. So Santa Monica, a nice little win for them on this little battle on the win. Is the rebound. Oh, Newman got the rebound but stepped on the sideline.
Yep.
After Friedman's miss on the 3.
And again, that's that floor situation, Lou, that you've talked about, that Coach Brownlee, you see the foot slide.
Yeah, I haven't seen slides like that since I saw a hockey game. Matthews with the ball now. 2:50 left to go in the half. 3-point shot by Williams won't go down. And it's an 8-point game.
And man, what a guard combo this Matthews and Williams are.
Whipped underneath, laid it up and in.
Quincy Pinkett with the bucket, Chamizi Mitu with the assist.
How about that? Rebound goes out of bounds to Lawndale. So it's back to a 10-point lead. And Chris White gets it to TJ.
After Santa Monica went on a 14-9 run.
3-point shot by TJ. 5 points for Johnson. Friedman gets it to Mo Dabber. Trying to go down the lane, does, but gets it back out to Johnson, an air ball. He did hit the glass.
Way off the mark, though, for Jace Johnson on that play.
Johnson, up to 2. And another big howl. 38, almost looked like TJ intentionally. There was a pass to Matu.
Right, and a little 5-0 run there by the Cardinals.
And Williams with a fall away. That's his first 2 of the night. He has 8 points. That snaps a 7-0 run by the Cardinals. And this one is off the mark. So taken away by Samo High. Matthews with it. 3-point shot by Williams. It's short. Matu has the ball. And look out.
Yeah. And he's going to be fouled, an unnecessary foul by New Williams on the play. And by my count, Lou, that's 3 on Williams.
I do believe you are correct, sir. So they're out of fouls anyway on the team side. TJ gets it to Buddha. Buddha and Shemezi out there. It's the tandem. Matter of fact, well, Quincy Pinkard, the only non-starter out there. Johnson weaving his way in and underneath the Pinkard, but did we get
Let's see.
a travel?
No, that's going to be a foul call, and that's going to go against Pinkard.
Let's watch it on the replay. Oh, no, that's on TJ. A knee to the chin. His first personal, 16 foul, so that's an MMA move.
Right, crashed into the defender, and with 41 seconds left, now Coach wisely gets Jace Johnson out, certainly not wanting to pick up the foul. Even though he trails by 13, he's willing to live with that for what he's gotten out of him here in this second quarter with the 2 fouls.
Absolutely. Matthews trying to go in amongst the trees and a blocking foul. They're going to get boot on that.
Wow. Let's see. Yes.
There you see the replay. And yep, 17 fouls. And Jonah Matthews going to the line.
And for Coach Brownlee, again, that's too long booted for us. I'm not sure I risk giving him a third one with 25 seconds left. I mean, in a game like this, anything can happen, but he's going to give him the opportunity to play through it if he, in fact, knows that he has 2 fouls. And that's one of the responsibilities of all those other people that are sitting there on your bench to keep you aware of that.
That shot gives Jonah Matthews 12 points, Rufus. 20 seconds left to go in the half. Shemezi Matu has 18. TJ gives it to Shemezi way out front on the mismatch.
Move the ball, 3 seconds.
Fall away by Johnson, won't go down. And the first half is in the books. Lawndale with a 38-27 lead over Samo High.
Samo ends the quarter on a 5-point swing. Rebounds. So, what a great half. Score 11-point game. It's been a lot closer, a lot more exciting than that. And
Sure
boy,
has
you
been.
account for the time that Jace Johnson was out and the time that Jace Johnson was in, and you see what a difference he makes to this Santa Monica team.
Shemezi Matu, the leading scorer of the game with 18 points, but a dozen points for Jonah Matthews. And Jace Johnson was held to, let's go to Sebastian.
Coach, you guys started off this game with that 20-5 lead, and you go into halftime up by 11. You seem kind of frustrated with your team in that last play. What's going on?
Because, we know that the Santa Monica team is well coached and a good team. So they're never out of the game, 20-5, 30-5, or whatever you want to call it. All right, they're going to be in this game. All right, so we just got to play a whole game.
What did you see in the first half that you would like to make changes on in the second?
Our energy and just being able to play sound on the shooters. Their guards are some of the tops in the country, been recruited, so we need to stay home on them.
Good luck to you, Coach. There you go, guys. Back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Sebastian. And we're going to be back with the third quarter and all of the stats, all of the scoring, right after this on City TV. What a game this is going to be in the second half.
My life is full of statistics. Thing is, I could have dropped out of school and become one myself, but I didn't because I had people that believed in me. Here's another statistic. 7,000 students drop out every school day. That's 1 every 26 seconds. It's time that students know that we believe in them.
Inspire a student and share your message of support at boostup.org.
Back here at the Cardinal Nest, and let's go to a Gideon before we get to our stats.
Thanks, guys. Just talked to Coach Heck coming out of the locker room, and I said, what are your thoughts on the first half? How do you think your team came out? He said he wasn't very happy how his team started to play, but he's very happy how they came back and made it a ball game. He said they need to be more aggressive on offense, take more shots, and then obviously stop. The Twin Towers, Broderick Jones, Chemezim at 2 for grabbing their rebounds. Lawndale is doubling in rebounds over Santa Monica, but this team's a fighter, and they should pull a little closer as this game nears the end. Guys, back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Egidio. Well, the Vikings outscored the Cardinals in the second quarter, 19-16. And the leading scorer for all scores is Chemezim at 2 with 18. Leading scorer for the Vikings is Jonah Matthews with 18. Mo Dabber with 3, 4 points for Jace Johnson, 8 for New Williams. And for the Cardinals, 5 for T.J. Johnson, 3 for Buda Jones, 3 for Quincy Pinkard, 5 for Snedeker, and 3 for Delano Beckles. Rebounding, Johnson has 2. Leading things is Buda Jones with 4, 3 for Chemezim, and 2 for Quincy Jones. And we're just about ready to get things underway here in the second half. What do you look for, Rufus?
Well, I look for more of the same. We're already starting with just a bit of confusion here. Just as you noted earlier, some issues and challenges over at the table. The referee, Mike Estes, now trying to get some clarity as to what's going on.
Well, I did notice some discrepancies. Or do we got the clock issue, or Chris Brownlee now is with his scorekeeper, but hey, this is a fast game.
Right, it is. Everybody's got to stay alert, that's for sure.
There's the freshman Spencer Friedman. He has it and gives it over to Brown. Down 3-point shot, rolls in by New Williams, and he has 11 points, Rufus. So now it's an 8-point ball game all of a sudden. That big 15-point lead is gone. Ball bounced and stolen away, and that's the 5th turnover for the Cardinals. Johnson has it, gets it back out. Smart play by Jace. Going for the rebound. And Samarai has it. Another offensive rebound. Jones can't get it. Underneath to Brown again, and he can't get it.
Wow,
So
now you're going to have,
whoa! They call it a jump ball.
Man.
Buda Jones thought it was a foul on Mikhail Brown.
Well, it looks like a foul. Okay, no, they stay with the jump ball. But I got to tell you, it looked like a foul on Mikhail Brand, too. Brand, of course, now walking him down. Brand, you got to assume, plays on the football team.
Yeah, he looks like a linebacker. 3-point shot rattled in by Chris White. His first bucket of the game is a 3.
And it's good to see Chris get off the snag.
Friedman gets it to Johnson, puts it right back up. Chemezim says, I'll take that, thank you.
Wow.
And now there he goes. Jones, a long 3.
Whoa.
Almost went in. I thought that was going in. Needed just a little bit of air underneath it.
Nice pull-up jumper, maybe a little bit too, not out of his range, but you wish it was from less distance than that.
Williams, like a bull in a china closet, getting in there. And it's not going to be a shooting foul, says Mike Estes. That's going to be on Chris White. So Williams taking advantage of the close defense. Way up top to Mikhail Brown. Now Friedman off the pass. Beautiful shot by the freshman.
The freshman saw the big man coming at him. He goes, I'm gonna release this thing right now before he takes another step toward me.
He must have a big brother that beats him up in the driveway. Now Jones gets it into a streaking Delano. 5 points, 30-second timeout by James Heck. He didn't like that at all.
And just like that, it's a 43-33 game. So we come out of the locker room, and even though Santa Monica calls a timeout, even though they've got a low 6'5" point advantage here, but They dropped in the difference margin to a 43-33 deficit.
Now, you would think that James Hecht, with the bulk of his team being anywhere from 6'3" to 6'5", that there would be a lot of speed, but then you run into the Cardinals, and they're like a track team out there.
Right.
There you see the banners that have been put up here. Ben Crudup, one of the assistant principals here, really trying to bring back the history into this gymnasium.
And a storied program at school this has been, although it was shuttered for several years. In the early days, it was great. Scored that basket for number 4, Jonah Matthews.
And he has 14 points. Shemezi with it against Johnson, double teamed with Williams. TJ pulls his way in. No, the rebound is off to Brown, and look out. Johnson ends up on his wallet,
and now he's not happy. I think he felt somebody gave him assist going to the floor, although actually he went down on his own.
Now we have a foul. It's going to be out of bounds. And they're calling Mikhail Brown for the foul. That'll be his third by my count.
Mine's too.
Now Mike Estes is talking to Mr. Brown.
Well, he's stepping in to clean up the action. You know, I said it in the first quarter that one of the things that Brown was trying to do, and he had the physicality to do it, and that was to muscle Buddha, and Buddha misses a point-blank layup.
Bunny didn't go in the hole. Look out for Williams, and the shot was blocked by Buddha.
Wow.
Johnson has his shot blocked, and it's a 2-on-1 to Delano, and he puts it in. Boy, what control. Beautiful control, because breathing down his neck was Matthews. Friedman going against Johnson. Boy, wait till that kid gets good. Brown trying to get around Buddha, and does. You're right. He is definitely a gridiron onto the hardwood. That's his first bucket.
Well, he took a couple steps a couple of times, I think, maybe on that particular possession. DeAndre Snedeker gets ready to come back in for the Cardinals.
White gets it out to Shemezi, and a travel. Went halfway to the football stadium before he was called, and Snedeker comes back in for Buddha.
Wow, what a luxury, the depth that Coach Chris Brownlee has. Right now, with 4:38 left in the third, they lead 45-37.
Full court pressure. Friedman gets the inbound, and TJ backs off a bit. Takes about 8 seconds off of the shot clock by slowing him down. And Friedman gets it to Johnson. Too far underneath, but puts it up and in. Nice moves by Johnson. He has a half dozen. TJ with it against Williams. Zone defense shown by the Vikings with Johnson way out front. Now it's a flex because he's guarding Matu. And Shemezi can do whatever he wants.
Goes baseline with the reverse layup.
He now has 20 points. And Shemezi must know, is the three-pointer going to be 3 shots. Chris White was the closest one there. So it'll be Chris's second personal, second team foul. And there you see the foul. And there's the first miss by Williams. And the Spirit squad lets him have it. Quincy Pinkard waiting to come in. There's Jace Johnson getting a little breather. He's underneath the Cardinal basket. Makes the second. Now Quincy Pinkard comes in for Chris White. So it's a 7-point game. So only 1 out of 3. So that would have been huge for the Vikings if all 3 of those would have gone in, because they only trail by 7 with 3:35 left to go in the third quarter. Turnaround jump shot, missed. Snedeker with it, rolls it in with the left hand.
DeAndre Snedeker goes, man, look what I found.
That's a 9-point lead. Friedman has the ball knocked away by TJ, and it goes out of bounds right in front of the Viking bench. There's the freshman. Ball inbounded to Johnson.
Johnson, sets up on the low block, puts a jump shot up, the jump hook, it doesn't go. Wow, between the pass, doesn't go, but the follow there by DeAndre Snedeker.
Beautiful pass by Quincy Pinkard, and it's an 11-point lead. Oh, man, a forearm shiver by Matthews, and that's a 3-point play.
Wow.
He has 17 points and got away with a big forearm shiver. A 2-shot foul.
And that foul is going to go against number 42, Eric Webb. And by my count, that's his third.
Mine also. So going to the line to shoot 2 is Quincy Pinkard. It's getting rough out there now, Rufus. It's been getting progressively rougher as the game goes on.
Well, this 3-man crew is doing a very good job, though, of maintaining control of the game. And, you know, I asked Coach Heck earlier, did you ask for this? And he said he knew nothing about it until he got here, that it'd be a 3-man crew. Obviously, the home school paying for it.
So Pinkard misses both of those. And the ball's knocked out of bounds. It'll be Cardinal ball. Mathieu on the inbound pass. 22 points for Shemezi. Putting his exclamation point on that one on the inbound. Friedman won't go down. Pinkard with a one-handed rebound. Quincy trying to
nice spin move.
Beautiful
reverse layup. Oh, Quincy Pinkard, young man, young man.
Shot taken, and oh, that one's put in by Williams, and that's a ton.
That's a technical right there on number 44. Scored a basket for New Williams, but New Williams also picks up a technical foul for Tawny.
And now Mathieu better get away from him.
Right.
And Quincy Pinkard doing the same thing that Mathieu did to him. Now the freshman, Spencer Friedman, they start John again.
And this is where, there you go. Quincy Pinkard doing the right thing. I know Chamizi wants to flap his gums, but the idea is to get him to move away. Brandon Newman goes to the line and converts the first of the technical.
It's his first point of the night. And 1 out of 2.
Now, by your record, what foul was that on New Williams?
That was 4.
That's what I had as 4, and that was also a technical foul, so it counts as a personal as well.
So we'll see how that affects the game as Mathieu going up against Brown with a step back fall away jump shot. He has 24 points. Now, Williams has it, and the rebound goes to Newman. Newman gets it to Mathieu. Here he comes!
Woo! And Coach Heck calls for a timeout. Nobody sees it yet. He's asking for it. Finally, they get it.
1:35 left to go, and this place is going nuts, and Shemezi loves it.
Wow.
Shemezi Mathieu with 26 points. And here you go, Brandon feeding the big dog. He'll take care of the yard.
And he says to Modabber, get in here if you want some of this. And Modabber decides to go Olay.
That's it. man. So now it's a 15-point lead again, just like that.
And I wonder if our intrepid sideline reporters have an idea of who they're going to interview after the game.
A 9-0 run being put up by the Cardinals, and now Shemezi is talking to the official, one of the officials. And now Chris Brownlee wants to have a talk with his troops. And he is trying to calm them down as well. There you go, the two-time Pioneer League champions.
Well, what he's telling them, Lou, is to get back to playing basketball. Don't get caught up in all this other nonsense, the smack talk and all that stuff, because that will do nothing but hurt you. It's still only the third period. There's lots of basketball time left.
I'm just about wore out right now. Williams with it. Williams has been chippy. Spencer Friedman's been the only calm kid out there, and he just got out of middle school. Williams has the ball tipped and stolen away by Delano. 8-9 points for Delano Beckles. With 1:05 left to go in the third quarter, Spencer Friedman gets a little opening, takes it back, but Newman blocks it from behind and taken away by Pinkert on the turnover. Newman against Friedman. Sounds like a law firm.
Right. And that's the freshman against the junior who put his time in as a freshman player.
Pass is stolen away by Williams, who's headed for, well, actually Matthews. Teardrop a little short. Shemezi got in the way there, and the ball is taken away. Is that going to go against Johnson?
Let's see.
Yep, the way by his reaction, I would say so.
3, 4, yeah.
That's number 3. Well, only 29 seconds left in the third quarter, so. All right, we're going to have to get one of those 20% off coupons for that towel store.
Exactly. And that's one of those that you hate to see the big man pick up, but like you say, the key is that it's only 3.
So he went almost the second and third quarters without committing a foul. Pinkard, triple team. That leaves Shemezi wide open, but he's going to knock that clock down. Actually, the shot clock should be dark. Matu has it, going against Johnson. Now gets it in the corner to Pinkard for 3. No. Rebound. It comes off to Johnson after the air ball by Snedeker. And 62-55. Cardinals' biggest lead of the ball game. 45, pardon me. Let's go to Egidio.
Back in November, when Shemezi Matu, Project Jones, and Chris White signed their letter of intent, I asked all 3 guys, what can we expect from them this upcoming season? And I don't know if they rehearsed this, guys, but all 3 short and sweet answered, win, and they're doing just that. The team started off a little rough in the beginning of the year, but since they've gelled together, they've won 3 in a row. They're looking for their 4th win tonight, and they're getting close. Guys, back to you.
All right, a big third quarter for the Cardinals. Outscore the Vikings 24-18.
I mean, it's just been 3 big quarters so far for the Lawndale Cardinals. 22, 16, and 24. Samuel High got off to a slow start with an 8-point first quarter, but they haven't done bad themselves. But Lawndale has just been able to just stretch, you know, the game from end to end. Good defensive play, excellent offensive play. Shemezi Matu having a game of his life. You know, we've watched him play for 4 years, Lou. Undoubtedly, this is the best game that we here at CityTV have seen Matu play.
Well, he had something to keep his mind in the game, and there it is. There he is, and Jace Johnson.
And guess what? He's going to see a whole lot of that over the next couple of years.
Well, that's what he needs. No, and once he goes into the Pac-10, or Pac-12, excuse me. Johnson, nice little left-handed hook. He has 8 points, but also 3 fouls. Beckles dumps it down to Matu. Now to Newman, who drives a baseline, and the blocking foul is going to be on Johnson.
Wow.
So Johnson was feeling his oats a little bit instead of staying flat-footed where he had a lot of success.
Wow. And that hurts. That hurts the Santa Monica Cars with 7:29 in the fourth. Johnson picks up his fourth foul.
Ball dumped down low, 3-point shot, 2-point shot taken to the baseline by Snedeker. DeAndre now has 11. Spencer Friedman against Newman. Friedman gets it off and planks off the iron. Shaylin August dished it off to Snedeker. Drops it in.
All right, well.
Lucky 13 for DeAndre.
Wow. And that's going to do it.
Oh, is that on Johnson?
And if it is, no, it's going the other way. Wow, we need to see that on replay. Johnson certainly. No, well, wait a second.
Or is that on Matthews?
No.
Let's watch
That's
this.
Johnson.
A running pick.
And there's a step into it. And if it is, boy, by our count, that's 5 on Johnson.
6:47 fouls out. Now Buda Jones with it, gets it, puts it up and in. Didn't even put it on the ground. That's the way you taught. 5 points for Buda. So Johnson out of the ball game with 8 points, fouled out at 6:47 of the fourth quarter.
And the score was 66-47 when he fouled out traveling car.
And Matthews is beside himself, just thoroughly frustrated, as there you see Brandon and Delano really wreaking havoc on defense. This team is so quick. Look out.
Yeah.
Delano.
And Delano's going to go to the line to shoot two as the foul goes against Santa Monica. Let's see on the replay, number 3. That is
Brown.
Michael Brown, and that's 4 on Brown.
So it's the 7th team foul. So Quincy, Delano makes the first one. Beckles now with 10. Trying to make it 70-47. And gets the sweet roll. Sweet kiss off the glass.
Well, that's what you call home cooking.
So underneath the Brown, and he puts it up and in. He has 4 points.
And a nice assist by the freshman Friedman on that play.
Beckles trying to use the glass, won't go down, but Pinkard trying to dump it down low, and he's fouled.
He's going to be fouled by Jonah Matthews.
That's Matthews' second. Jones having a good time tonight. John with the Vikings misses the first one, just with 5 points. Shemezi coming back in, and Snedeker out.
And the official Mike Estes is telling him, as he did before, stop the talking. All that can be considered taunting. Again, this is preventative officiating. What they're doing is trying to talk both players and both teams out of unnecessary, silly type things. They don't want to call technicals on you. Don't want to, have you foul out. Just cut it off. Play basketball.
Friedman's layup try was blocked by Buda and completed by Pinkard. 7 points for Quincy. 3 Cardinals so far in double figures. Matthews with a nice little jump shot. And he has 19.
And right now, right before you even realize what had happened, it's a 22-point lead for Lawndale. Now they're going to go the other way.
So it's got to be on Shemezi. His second. Just the third team foul. So that's efficiency right there.
Right.
Only 3 team fouls with 3 minutes gone in the fourth quarter. And Pinkard knocks the inbound pass out of bounds. So Friedman not getting a whole lot of help from his teammates. Now 3 Vikings are in the front court. Gets it into Williams on the full court pressure. Friedman in the corner. Baseline jump shot. And that's a nice shot by Matthews. He has 21 points. They give him a 3 on that?
No, he should have only been a 2.
Dumped down low to him a 2, but it's blocked away and stolen by Brown.
And that foul's going to go on Beckles. Ah, that was easy. Come on, Delano.
Number 3 on Delano, 4th team foul. Yep. And Jonah Matthews just continuing. Maybe we should do a road trip up to Santa Monica High School on February 4th. Floor slippery again. Now here comes Mo Dabber. And rolled in by Williams. He has 16. Shemezi with the layup, look out below. And he'll get the and one. Boy, how important is he to his teammates there? As that was Mikhail Brown's, that should be his 5th.
Wow. Well, we fouled him on the arm, and then we don't see it in the replay, but it looks like he undercut him as well.
So, well, all right, so here comes Johnson. So I guess we were wrong. But out of the, then that's pretty sure that that's Brown's 5th. So with 4 fouls, Jace Johnson comes back in.
Okay, and Me Too makes the free throw. So the foul was on whom?
The foul was on Brown, number 3.
Okay.
He made the basket, right?
Right.
So that should be 75, and then the and one 76, right?
Should be by our count.
And I guess they did give a 3-pointer to Matthews on that one basket. Because of 74-56. Matu going against Johnson. Showing off his skills. Pinkard schooling the freshman there.
And now we got a little globetrotter action going.
Can you do Sweet Georgia Brown? Delano look to Matu. No. Johnson hands the ball off to Williams. 1-on-3, lays it in. Nice play by New Williams. 18 points. Brendan Newman, and it's put back up and in by Beckles with 13 points.
Okay, and now it's turned into pure garbage time.
Friedman back to Johnson, but look out.
He's fouled by Pinkard. Pinkard just grabbed his arm, knew he had no other chance on the play. An official agrees that it was Pinkard with the foul.
Nice pass, though, by the freshman. Is that the 2nd or 3rd on Quincy?
I've recorded it as the 3rd.
Okay. So it's an out-of-bounds play. Johnson showing his ball skills. Give and go to Williams. Friedman with the 3. He has 6 with 2 3-pointers.
20-point ball game with 3:30 left. This one should be considered out of reach, but that's why they play it, and that's why they play it all the way out.
That's it. For Johnson going up against Matu. Johnson gets it back out to Pinkard for three. Missed
Air ball
everything.
by Pinkard. Shot clock still runs down to 15.
Shemezi
with the
underneath the
no-look pass.
Beckles. Nice pass. Pinkard with the offensive rebound. Look out below!
Oh, okay,
Johnson.
let's see. Was that one on Jace? 3, 4. Jace Johnson.
So now let's see. Let's see, Jace will just stay there until they drag him off the court. But look at that. Shemezi was going in for the tomahawk.
Well, he saw what was coming. Not a bad foul. He realizes that this game is out of reach. And so he goes, no, not on me. I'm not going to let you get yourself pumped up like that. I'll give myself up, which he does. I got to say this as he leaves the floor, Lou. I've seen a lot of big men, a lot of players. This guy's one of the most developed high school big men I have ever seen.
The only other kid that I can say that about is the center who played for Loyola, who's now on UCLA. And I can't remember his name. Thomas something.
I'm sure Rayshawn, wherever he is,
oh yeah,
he's a master of those type of tidbits. But this kid can play.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And he's got every move in the book.
There we go with the foul discrepancies. I would imagine. There's Jace Johnson with 8 points. And Mr. Johnson's just a junior.
Right. You know, and for as much as Coach wants the floor straightened out, one of the things, this is his table. I mean, you got to call a spade a spade. Your table should have stuff correct. There shouldn't be any questions about it. You know, I mean, they've had to go over the table too many times to try to get things straight. Is the score right? Is the number of fouls right? Okay?
Right. Well, I know the score's not right. The score should be 78 to 61. At least by my count.
And Coach Heck is taking it in stride, but that's one of the things that he's saying is that, hey, man, you know what? I feel like I'm getting rooked down here, you know, and we know that Lawndale is better than that, but there's just been too many administrative problems in a game like this that just should not occur.
So Shemezi going to the line to shoot 2 once they figure this out, and missed them both.
I mean, that was the first one. He has a second one coming.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, now I'm confused, and that's not a long drive. So
well, it's shorter than it used to be.
Thank you very much. I know Rashawn Haylock has a hit coming up, so Shemezi with now an even 30 by my count. And the scoreboard shows 77-59. Here comes Spencer Friedman. Goes to Mo Batter. Mo Dabber, and the rebound comes off. Here comes Stedeker. Gets it back out. Nice passing. Delano Beckles with the finish.
Snedeker with the assist. DeAndre's done a little bit of everything tonight.
Rebound comes off to Shemezi, dribbles it off his foot, trying to get it back, and they call a jump ball. Possession arrow faces to Santa Monica. Let's go to Rashawn real quick as soon as he's ready. Timeout on the floor with 2:24 left.
There's a discrepancy over there with the officials at the scorer's table. Santa Monica fans were griping about the amount of points on the scoreboard for their Vikings. They felt that there should have been more points in favor of Santa Monica. The officials checked the book, and they made the changes necessary, guys.
All right, thank you very much, Rashawn. And
I'm sure that's one of those type of things. I see Ben Wardoff over at the table, as well as some other administrators here at Lawndale. That'll be something that'll get cleaned up going forward, because although they have been in complete control of this game, you don't want to see that type of issue crop up in a major game that has, let's say, league title implications for either team. It's just not fair. It can be straightened out, and that's what Coach Brownlee, the athletic director, and others need to get it straightened out before the next game.
well, I'll tell you what, Rufus, somebody's got to be keeping score. I mean, Yeah, I love the kids doing it, and they need the experience, but you got to know that this team, this Lawndale team, has championship aspirations, not only in the league, but in the CIF and state. So, and it's not, I mean, they're a fun team to watch, but it's a hard team to follow. Nice shot put in by Shaylin August for his first point.
Snedeker pulls up, jumper doesn't go. Me Too tips it out to Beckles. Beckles pulls it back out to TJ. TJ being guarded by Friedman, the freshman. Now over to Beckles. He attacks the rim. But man, Delano Beckles says, "Give me some of that."
They're bringing the house down, Rufus, as Friedman misses the three. Quincy Peaker bringing it up. And we can't even hear ourselves think right now.
We sure can't.
And Beckles double teamed. He needs help. Gets it from Pinkard. Gets it under to Snedeker and puts it up and in. And he has 15 points.
And if you're Coach Brownlee and you got a timeout, this is where you want to get your big man off the floor. You never want your star players on the floor in meaningless situations, okay? Never, ever, all right?
So timeout on the floor with 1:09 left to go in the fourth quarter. And how about Delano Beckles? He's had a terrific game tonight. 17 points, that's got to be a career high for him, Rufus. And that's 8 points just here in the quarter.
In the quarter, now Sherman comes on. A number of substitutions to finish out the last 1:09.
Now you're right, Shemezi is out of the ball game. Kenny Sherman back in, or in for the first time tonight. Under a minute left to go, and a three-pointer put in by Kenny Sherman. The Sherman tank.
So you got Sherman, Chris Murray, Broster on the floor.
Tom Southam in the ball game for the first time, has his pocket picked, and by Broster, the ball goes out of bounds as Terrell Johnson is in the ball game as well.
Along with TJ. So Coach has cleared the end of his bench. Coach Heck has cleared his bench. It's an 86-63 ball game, 36 seconds left. Lawndale here in only their second game in the Ocean League against the championship.
Broster off the glass. The forgotten man is not forgotten now. Shot taken by Southam, won't go down, and Power has it, puts it up, and he'll get 2 at the line.
He's fouled by Kenny Sherman on the play.
So Kenny with his first personal, and that's the 16th foul.
Just a dominating victory here by the Lawndale Cardinals in their home gym. They've held serve as they make their first walk through the Ocean League. They're now 2-0. Santa Monica will follow the 1-1 on the young league season.
Yeah, there's still 15 seconds left. As Johnson has it, gets it over to Chris Murray. Underneath to Broster. And the ball is taken away. And the game is over. Final score officially is 89-65.
Where security is.
And this place is going nuts.
Right.
The student body loves their Cardinals.
And the absence of any security at this point to address the situation is also something that I'm sure they'll look at here in the future.
Well, everybody's being just happy. There's a big smile by Shemezi, high five and Brandon Newman, and there is a very shell-shocked Santa Monica Viking team.
Okay, and you see Sebastian attempting to get Shemezi a final 89-65.
That's the official score. And there is officially a legitimate 7-footer that we're going to see on Thursdays and Saturdays in 2 years. but we get to enjoy him for another 2 right now.
Oh, absolutely.
Jace Johnson, who fouled out with 8 points, just had nothing. Actually, this is just his second game with the Vikings.
With the Vikings, but as I said, just obviously an outstanding player who will develop as the season goes along. Man, I don't know what else you can say about this kid except it's going to be fun to watch him for the next 2, for this season and another one to come, because you can't declare early in high school, can you?
Well, I don't think they've figured out a way yet. Not like the kid who plays for the Washington Nationals, who got around that. And let's go to Gideon.
Coach, tough loss here. You guys fought in there, though, at the halftime. You came back and cut it to 11. What are your thoughts on how your team performed?
Tough start to the game. I think we just got outworked tonight. Hats off to Lawndale. They just were more intense and executed much better than we did on both ends of the floor. They deserved the victory.
Your team, you guys are super optimistic about this team. You guys played a very tough schedule because of the teams that are coming up. How do you think your team is going to be prepared for the rest of the year?
Well, we got to go back to work tomorrow and try to get a little bit better every day. Wasn't one of our better performances, but I give Lawndale a lot of credit.
Coach, thank you very much for your time. Good luck the rest of the year.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Guys, back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Egidio. And James Hecht, want to thank him again. Did a terrific job with us anyway. And,
right.
And want to thank him for his time and
gracious in defeat.
A classy guy in defeat, yeah.
Absolutely.
And now let's go back out to center court. Let's go to Sebastian.
Coach, you guys end up winning that game decidingly. What do you think you guys did better in that second half?
We focused in on having more energy and sticking to the detailed game plan. Santa Monica is very good, and it's going to be hard to win there when we go over there for the next round. So we have so much respect for them because I coached against them for about 7 years, so I know what they are capable of doing. We've done this in the past, not us, but I've done it in the past where we've beaten them here by a lot, and then we go over there and we go ahead on and get upset. So this is an Ocean League. It's different than the Pioneer.
Definitely, and we talked in the past week about glue guys for this team, Quincy, Pinker, Delano, a lot of those other guys as well. How do you feel that they play tonight?
We're actually deeper than that, but they played great. All of our guys from off the bench can play. Delano played great because he had a tough matchup with Jonah. Jonah Matthews' brother Jordan is at Cal, and he's a recruit to boot. So, you know, one that has Delano has been playing against good D1 competition all year long. So, I mean, he's been defending guys all year long. Quincy played great. Brandon played great. TJ, everybody. Everybody played. It was a team win. Buddha was sick today, and he played, you know, a Stewart type game. So we really appreciate that. And then all the guys played well. It's a team win tonight.
Definitely a good win for you tonight, Coach.
Thank you. All right.
There you go, guys. Coach Brownlee, we got a couple more interviews coming up for you guys in post-game as well.
All right, thank you very much, Sebastian. And I'll tell you what, it was a terrific ball game. And we can go over some of the scoring right now if you want to. Or
hey, why not? If you got it there while they get some other folks to talk to, let us hear it.
Mikhail Brown had 4 points, and Jonah Matthews had 23 points, and that led the Santa Monica Vikings. And 2 points for Shaylin August, 3 points for Joshua Modaber, 6 points for Spencer Freeman. Boy, what an upside that kid has.
Right, absolutely. Started out shaky, man, but he got his feet under him, and he played an excellent ball game to be a freshman guard in at this type of level.
That's right, against this Cardinal team. 2 points for Max Powers off the bench, 9 points for Jace Johnson, who fouled out and was in foul trouble early on, had 2 early fouls, and that really hampered him all night long.
But we saw flashes of brilliance from Jace Johnson, as I said, one of the best big men I've ever had the pleasure of watching. And this guy has a lot of talent, and he's only a junior.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just going to get better. You'll be seeing him around, fans. I can guarantee you that.
That's right. And 18 points for New Williams, who not only brought game, but also a chippy attitude.
New played well. He's the Auburn commit. Obviously showed the talent he's got, and he plays with a lot of fire and a lot of energy, and he showed that tonight, sometimes to the detriment of his team, but again, just an outstanding game for him.
That's right. And the Santa Monica Vikings ends up 1-1 in Ocean League action and 5-11 overall. Now let's go to the other side of the ledger for the Lawndale Cardinals. T.J. Johnson had 5 points, 6 points for Buddha Jones, 7 for Quincy Pinkard, 30 for Shemezi Matu, 3 for the lost man, David Broster, 1 point for Brandon Newman, and he was wreaking havoc all night long as well. Really did a good job to help put a lid on those quick Viking guards.
Absolutely, and that's just a part of the depth that they have. As I mentioned, Beckles, Jones, and Brandon Newman.
That's right. And Kenny Sherman had 3 points coming off the bench, and he just said, okay, it's my turn, here we go.
Right, he took advantage of it, and he's an excellent role player for this team to have in terms of Kenny Sherman. Nice stroke from the outside.
The Sherman tank did it again. And 15 points for DeAndre Snedeker, 17 points for Delano Beckles, and 3 points for Chris White. I do believe we have well, since Rashawn is here, we have a Three Amigos sighting.
Thanks, guys. Rashawn Haylock here, joined by Gideon DeLeo, Sebastian Spencer. Huge night, obviously, for Shemezi Metu tonight. Jason Hart, USC assistant coach, was in attendance, perhaps getting a glimpse of the future. Metu's already signed, sealed, and soon to be delivered to Southern Cal. He put up 30 points in front of one of his soon-to-be coaches. We'll talk about Metu in a second, but first, Gideon, let's talk about the Santa Monica team that came in here tonight. They failed to Lawndale earlier this season. They went up against some tough competition in terms of their strength of schedule. We talked about earlier before the tip tonight. New Williams, how about that athleticism he showed? Just months removed from ACL surgery. He had 16 tonight.
Astonishing, and we thought you'd ask Coach about it. You asked Coach Hecht about how is he recovering, and he proved all the doubters wrong. He had a huge dunk that erupted the crowd. He had an amazing game. You mentioned 16 points. He was the leader on and off the court. He was getting guys hype on the bench, and this guy, New Williams, number 44, the senior for the Santa Monica Vikings, unfortunately came up a little bit short as a team, but he really erupted, and he showed that he's got skill and he can ball.
Yeah, Williams headed to the University of Auburn. He's already signed with Bruce Pearl and company, so he'll be heading down there and saying all the War Eagles he wants to. Impressive tonight was Williams, but also Jonah Matthews, the younger brother of Jordan Matthews, who's now at Cal. He played and actually won a championship with Coach Hecht here at Santa Monica. He was knocking down some shots. He had 27 tonight.
Exactly. He was the leading scorer on that Vikings team, and definitely showed, again, we said how tough this team and how resilient they were. The first time they played Lawndale, they were only down by 1 in the first quarter, and after the third quarter, they were only down by 4. Unfortunately, this game got a little bit out of hand. After the second half, it was an 11-point deficit at halftime, but this team just didn't have enough to match the Shemezi Metu, Broderick Jones, the rest of this team, this Lawndale Cardinals team, and this crowd was hot tonight. It's Friday night. It's live basketball here on CityTV Sports, and you could definitely feel the atmosphere. A little bit too much for Santa Monica, but still put on a good showing.
And the crowd was hyped here tonight, and you mentioned it. Lawndale jumped on them earlier, 22-8 after the end of one. New Williams got in foul trouble early. He had to sit with those 2 fouls. He came in. That kind of hurt Santa Monica a little bit, them being without one of their studs. But it seemed like, when we're talking about Jonah Matthews a second ago, he had a step-back 3 that got Santa Monica to within 8. And then Shemezi Metu comes right back. Baseline jumper, slam dunk on the breakaway. It seemed like every time Santa Monica tried to make a run, Metu had an answer tonight, Sebastian.
Yeah, definitely. Shemezi, he showed everything tonight. He even tried to play a little bit of point guard, little handle out there.
Maybe too much.
Yeah, maybe a little bit too much. Couple turnovers there too. But I'm sure that that part of his game will definitely mature as he gets older. But right now, I like how he's sticking to the script, playing the big man in the middle, getting those shots on the inside. And even though he's more experienced than Johnson, he still had a tough matchup against him. I mean, Johnson, we talked about it to get you. That kid is raw, but he was hitting Shemezi with some really nice post moves in the inside. So, every night, people are going to be going at this kid. He's already a signed recruit, like you said, especially to USC. Big school, big name. Big kid, why not? They feel like it's a chance for them to get their name noticed too.
Yeah, Jace Johnson, the big man for Santa Monica, won a CIF championship with Jay Sayre out in San Juan Capistrano last season. Went to Findlay Prep, just got back. He just got cleared after he transferred from Findlay Prep. It was right after Christmas, just got cleared to play for the Santa Monica team, but clearly he was no match tonight for this Lawndale team.
Yeah, definitely. And Lawndale, that's the thing. Coach Brownlee just talked about. They can hit you from everywhere on the floor. There's no drop-off of how much talent that they have. You know, you got guys like Delano Beckles, Brandon Newman, Quincy Pinker, all of these guys, DeAndre Snedeker, guys all the way down the bench that can come in and just score for them whenever they need to. And that is going to be the deciding factor. If those guys can play like that every night, I see no reason why this Lawndale team shouldn't be at the CIF at the end.
You talk about putting yourself in the driver's seat. You can put an exclamation point behind that. I know it's still early in the league season, but definitely a big statement here said tonight by this Lawndale High School basketball team. For Egidio DeLeo, Sebastian Spencer, I'm Rashawn Haylock, Lou Rufus. We'll send it back over to you.
All right, let's hope that they turn around and see our next post-game guest here. And while the three amigos catch their breath, why don't we catch our breath as well so we can calculate who's going to be the player of the game and the tip of the hat.
Hi, I'm Donnell Beverly from the University of Connecticut, home of the 2011 National Championship Yukon Huskies basketball team, and you're losing your Olympians.
Beverly around the back, follow-away jumper, good, beautiful shot.
It wasn't too long ago that I was playing basketball right here.
I just want to thank him for having me here. I'm honored to play here.
And the Huskies are the top dog in 2011.
Winning the NCAA championship has always been a goal of mine, but so is getting a great education that will last me a lifetime. You can achieve your goals too. All you have to do is work hard and dream hard, and you can do anything you put your mind to.
Final score from the Cardinal Nest, 89-65 Lawndale over Santa Monica. Let's go to Egidio.
Thanks, guys. Here with DeAndre Snedeker, number 22. You guys saw him out there. An impressive game here tonight. What are your thoughts how your team played?
We played a good game. We ran our offense pretty good. We just got to get, because our floor is kind of messed up, so we try to fight through it, do the best we can.
What was the mindset coming into this game? The first time you guys played Santa Monica, it was a close game. What did Coach tell you guys?
Just execute, execute, execute. Hit the boards, go hard at them because they're going to come hard at us. They had some new players that we haven't seen like that, so we just had to come out here and just do what we do and come hard.
It was a completely different story in the second half. They got into 11 at halftime. What did Coach tell you guys? Because you guys look completely like a brand new team. You woke up and this crowd was behind you guys.
He just told us to act like it was 0-0 and just go hard. Just keep going. Just do what we do. Yeah, that's about it.
Again, congratulations. Great game tonight. Good luck the rest of the year.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Egidio DeLeu. And we have our player of the game coming up here. And as soon as we can round him up. But what a terrific game here tonight. Lawndale 89-65 over Santa Monica. And the final score really was not indicative of how good of a game it was.
And certainly that, but it's also, it is indicative of how much Lawndale dominated this game. But as the coaches are aware, they've got to go to Santa Monica.
All right, let's go to Sebastian.
Hey, thanks a lot, guys. Chemezi, we talked about quite a bit about your future assistant head coach, Jason Hart, being in the crowd tonight. Were you showing out a little bit for him?
Just a little bit. I just tried to come out here and just have fun. He told me he was coming out tonight, so I had to put on the show.
Definitely. I heard you just tell Rashawn if you knew that you had 30, you would have told Coach to leave you in and go for 40.
Yeah. I was going for it. I kind of felt it, but the game got out of hand in the fourth quarter, and he decided to take me out.
Definitely. So how do you feel so far about you guys this season and opening up a big win against Culver City and then getting a big win here as well tonight against Santa Monica?
I think we're taking a couple steps forward. We're coming out here playing hard every game, and we're trying to win the league. Santa Monica, Beverly Hills are the two best teams in our opinion. Only two teams that can match up with us, and we try to come out and play hard every time we face them.
And, we talk about Jace Johnson, he's a year under you, but he's somebody who they say a kid is really raw, but, he's a big kid just like yourself as well. Every night is going to be, a test for you. Guys are going to come at you. How do you respond to that every night? Because I know you have a competitive spirit, and how do you take that when you go out there?
I prepare myself for every moment. I knew coming into this game he was slower than me, so I just try to make quick moves and just play hard.
Definitely. And you guys got a couple tough matchups coming up as well. You guys are going to see those guys again down the line. So how do you think you guys are evaluating yourself so far?
I think we're probably at a B-. We could play a lot better, cut down turnovers. We make a couple of dumb plays a game. We got to polish that stuff up.
Definitely. You guys will be right there at the end if you do. Good game, man. There you go, guys. Player of the game, Chemezi. Back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Sebastian Spencer. And that was a terrific interview there with Sebastian and Chemezi. And the Santa Monica Vikings, well, maybe they'll get a chance to heal up a little bit as they play Culver City next week, next Wednesday. But then there's no rest for the wicked here because the Cardinals fly up to Beverly Hills to take on those Normans up there.
And that's going to be another tough game. I got just one question. How does a guy who hadn't been around show up and get to lead the orchestra? Huh?
Are you talking about Jim Hill Jr.?
Yeah, how's that work?
I have no idea. I have no
But,
idea.
hey,
well,
you see something new and different every day. That's why the sun comes up every day.
You're just going to have to give him the talk, okay, after we're done here. But right now it's time. Everybody's been waiting for this. It's time for the player of the game and the tip of the hat. We always do the player of the game first because everybody loves the tip of the hat because it's from Rufus Washington. So, Rufus.
Well, you're being too kind. Player of the game is the big dog, and I got to tell you, tonight.
We got people battling like, Newman, New Williams, and Chemezi out there for the tip of the hat. I mean, they're really going for it.
But let's give due credit, boy, to the player of the game. I mean, a
That's
guy
right.
who, as we said, we've had the luxury of being able to watch him for 4 years. And I don't know about you, but for my money, this was the best game I've ever seen him play. And the thing about it being the best game is that it came against quality competition. Again, Matthews, New Williams, and of course Jace Johnson, and even number 3, Mikael Brown. So I mean, this was no walkover team. Like you say, the score may suggest to some that, oh man, this was easy for him. It wasn't easy. And what I like in terms of it being his best game, not just with his scoring output, but with the manner in which he played, which Coach Brownlee, after the last game, after Culver City a couple of nights ago, told us that some things were happening out there that were not within their basketball program. And that got cleaned up in 48 hours. And so you got to give a lot of credit to Coach Brownlee for helping Chemezi to realize, said, I want you to show the best of what you have, all right? But you do that within the context of playing good, solid, fundamental basketball and doing the stuff that comes easy and natural first. And then the other stuff will come on its own.
So as you might have guessed, Chemezi Metu is our player of the game with 30 points and never got a final tally on the rebounds, but by halftime he had 3 rebounds and still had a bushel of blocked shots. Not as many as he did against Culver City, but he had some pretty spectacular shots tonight, including the dunks. Now, time for the player of the game, and that hat. Is that a new brim?
This is brand new. Debut. This is a Bailey. This model is called Latino. All right? Tino.
Oh, I thought you meant Latino.
You see it there?
No.
You're better at which side it shows. Okay, there
Right there.
we
You
go.
got to see
There's
the feather,
camera.
man.
All right.
There you
So,
go.
again, brand new maiden voyage tonight here, brought out special just for this occasion.
And who is going to get to wear the hat?
Well, that's what makes it all the more special for the person that won. But before
That's what
we
I told
announce that, let's just mention that Buddha, and you heard Coach Brownlee say it, Buddha Jones played ill today with 6 points, but he was still a force out there. And so I think he deserves to be recognized for that. But the tip of the hat award goes to the 6th man on this squad who came in and had a huge game. He's the other big when either one of the bigs gets in a bit of trouble. And, boy, he had a big game tonight. I think you said he had 15 points. Delano Beckles certainly was a contender for it.
Mm-hmm.
But tonight, DeAndre Snedeker, number 22, you are the Tip of the Hat Award winner. Here it is.
Congratulations, DeAndre.
Congratulations
Wear
as
it
well.
with pride.
Boy.
Just
What a game, though. What a game, what a night, man. It was a lot of fun. This actually was a lot of fun tonight.
It sure was. Well, thank you very much, Rufus Washington, and also want to thank our 3 amigos and Rashawn Haylock, Sebastian Spencer, and Egidio DeLeo, and the terrific City TV crew led by Tom Strickfadden, the 3-time Star Award-winning Tom Strickfadden and that terrific crew. And I'm Lou Stowers, wanting to remind you again the final score from the Cardinals' Nest. It was the Cardinals, Lawndale High School, 89-65 over Santa Monica High School. Until next time, so long.